The first cage we've seen for the GH5, and we think the first in the world, is the 8-SYN case. Let's put it together and see how it fits on the GH5. So the cage and its setup should be familiar to anybody who's used a camera cage before. It's a full cage, meaning it wraps around the whole body. It's made of a very sort of sturdy aluminium, and of course there are 1/4 inch accessory holes dotted all over the surface of the cage. Let's put it together. First things first, there is a NATO rail to attach to the top here. Once that's fitted on top, we can simply slide this handle on top. And now let's add the camera itself. It's a nice snug fit without even adding any screws yet. And there it is. It's a nice wraparound cage. This doesn't detract from the camera's grip. If anything, because it's adding a little bit to it, it makes it just as nice to hold. Importantly, you can still access all the HDMI and USB sockets, microphone, headphones, etc. There's a cutaway at the bottom, so you can still take the battery in and out, and you can still move the articulated screen. However, what we're going to do now is add the HDMI headphone clamps that Panasonic provides actually with the GH5, and this just screws into the side here. So now that offers some protection when you plug in an HDMI cable, etc., to stop them wriggling around and damaging the sockets on the camera. And the cage is perfectly cut out to be able to hold that. Again, this is a Panasonic accessory that comes actually with the GH5. If you're going to be rigging up the camera quite seriously, then you're going to want this, which is the 15mm rail clamp. This also comes with a sliding sort of quick release plate, so you can remove the camera from the rails really quickly and easily. So let's add this onto the bottom. So we've got the plate now on the bottom, and we can just slide the rail clamp holder on. There's a lock catch there which clamps it into place, but it's also has a lock switch on this side, so it won't be removed until you press that catch in. And then you've got space for 15mm diameter rods to go into the sockets there. And the final feature is quite useful. It's a Metabones support. Just if you're using a heavy lens on a Metabones adapter, it will just disperse some of the weight, and that just slots in there, and then that top screw there will screw into the Metabones adapter. And there it is. You've got a GH5 fully kitted out in a cage with a nice top handle up here. There's a cold shoe mount there. You've got another cold shoe mount just here, and the one on top of the camera is actually still accessible. So overall, a really solid little cage for the GH5. I'll put the pricing and the details from where you can purchase this in the description below. But hats off to 8-SYN. They appear to be the first manufacturer to have a GH5 cage out and for sale. As usual, thanks for watching. If you've got any questions about the 8-SYN cage, make sure you drop them in the description below. We've got plenty more accessory tests and reviews and first looks coming up in the next few weeks, so make sure you subscribe and keep up to date with the latest photo gear news.